It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Browns' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road team that's looking in saying, all right,
guys, just real quick before we start, I'm actually made a starting lineup change here. I'm going to be starting the new safety we just got, so I want to see how he does. I'll show you to him right here, Ricky Benjamin. So, like I said, he always stood out when I was playing against him, and he's a couple years younger. I think by the time he's just got Hickman's age, he's going to be probably 85. So, just between him, I have my safety of the future between him and Blanton. And want to kind of get him going. Blanton, it's funny because Blanton, I think, was like a second-round pick. They both were, actually. So, in reality, they'd be two pretty good safeties because safeties typically don't get drafted overly high unless they're just, like, generational. But anyway, let's go, man. Let's get Mahomes.
Serious today. We're going to try to extend our winning streak of our own and get back.
Also, Stockton, our quarterback's back, so that's going to help.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Second down and 3. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on third and short.
Still third down.
So, from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Austin. Still second down.
Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
Trying to get the running game going. His first carry. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Harris, the man in motion. Back to throw. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. They'll try and play with some pace early on. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Mahomes back. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
By Cedric Johnson. A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now, Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Harris, the man in motion. They'll look to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38. Move those chains. First down. Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So, instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. and he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run. It's Pacheco. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
By the way, I was mentioning, I don't know if it was last game or the game before that, where Church has had this kind of mini.
This offense just
had like this little
continues to
side
struggle
mission
to
thing
find
with him,
any sort of
and he's got
rhythm.
to have, he had
Part
to
of
have
it is
certain accomplishments every
self-inflicted
week to
but
get
the vast
a
majority of their struggles has
superstar
just been
development
their
trait, and he
inability
actually
to
got
pass
it. So
protect.
now number
You can't
90
expect your quarterback to
is on the
settle
path
into
to
the
being a
game and have
superstar.
any
So
confidence operating out of the pocket.
I just love the
When
fact that he
second
was
hits his
a
back
low
foot,
draft
the
pick.
play's
We
over.
stuck with him. That's why I stick with my young guys, man. In this game, anyway. In reality, it's completely different, but. He's now on the path to being a superstar, which is going to be pretty cool. Hopefully, I can keep him and sign
Here's
him. That's
J.K.
another. He's
Scott
another guy
now.
I'm going to have to sign. So
As he's on to punt for
we'll
the
see.
second
The only
straight
good
drop.
thing is, as far as positively, my quarterback. He's very good, but he's not like a
And
99.
not much
So
doing there. They
when
made
I extend
sure
him, I'm going
he
to
would
extend him for
not
like
get
7
free.
years if I can.
Now
So
the
he's going to be
Browns'
expensive,
turn
but he's
as
not
they
going to
get
be
set to
like
take over
uber
again on
ultra
offense.
expensive in the game. In
They've
reality,
got
he would be. But,
nothing advantage.
so I'm going to
here
catch a
early.
break there. Harold,
see if they can add
I'm
to it.
going to have to give
Beginning
him
on this
a
drive,
ton of
1st
money,
and
but he's a
10.
tight end. So I got a feeling I'm going to be able to keep Church, Harold, and Stockton for a very long time, and plus be able to keep this offensive line intact. So I think this is one of the. As far as
Play action. He'll
oh
set
shit,
up to throw.
I thought I called the run play.
He'll
my
be
bad.
forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as far as like integrity of the team, my plans for my team, integrity of the salary cap, keeping the team, the core of the team together, this is probably going to be, I don't know how long I'm going to keep up with it because the new game's coming out. So I don't know when I'll get the new game. I'm not sure. So I might stick with this team for a little while. But as far as like salary cap integrity and all that, and the way I put my teams together, this actually might be one of the best jobs I've ever done with the team. So
They'll try
I
again
think this is
here.
a good blueprint,
2nd
and I think in
10.
reality it'd be a decent blueprint if you really focused on player
Now
development
give up the
instead of
middle.
like.
And that one
I think the big thing these NFL guys run into, I think they're better at it than I am, but I think what they run into a lot of times is they're worried about keeping their job, especially down here. I'm thinking about starting a new series on my channel, or maybe even starting a whole new channel. Of kind of what I would do if I was the GM in these teams, and kind of how I would build these teams up if I,
They'll set up to throw.
or a coach or GM or whatever,
Little
and
short
how
pass
I would
here,
build them
caught
up.
by
They're all
his
going to be
tight
very
end.
similar if I do it.
Pick up of the 11 yards on that one.
But,
First down,
You know,
Cleveland.
I truly believe
I know.
to
I
restart
know,
your
I'm
team,
biased,
the best
but
way
listen,
to restart your
you
team
can't
is to
convince me,
trim
Mike,
the
that there's
fat
a
on your
better
salary
option on the
cap.
field,
If
especially
you've got
when you
players
got
that
a
aren't
guy
worth
like
the money,
this,
you're
then
going to
on
have to
third
eat the
down or
penalties
critical
and just
moments,
fucking get rid of
that's where
them.
the ball needs
Get
to
rid
go.
of them.
The size, the
there's
speed, the matchup
a lot of
problems
fan
that he
base, a lot of
creates.
people would disagree with me on
If I
this,
was in
but
a
I don't think
critical
there's anything
situation, there
wrong
is
with
no
sitting
doubt where
down
I'm going with
in
the
a
ball.
press conference and going, "Hey guys, what we've been doing, especially if you're bringing in a new coach, hasn't worked. We're starting over. We're trimming the fat. Come watch these young players. We're gonna focus on young players, the players that we drafted. Come watch these young players grow before your eyes. That kind of that I think that's a decent selling point. But
38.
like, you know, like I said, a team like the Dolphins. I mean, I love my Dolphins, but they just keep living on the fun on
From the
free
shotgun,
agency, and
it's a give up the
it's
middle.
killing them.
And they get this
It's
one
fucking
across
killing them.
midfield to
This
the
season
47
is
yard
injuries. This season's injuries. Like the
The goal of
Dolphins are
every
a classic
offense, Mike,
case
is to find a
of
way
stay
to
the fuck
establish
away
a
from free
balance
agency.
between
They're a
the run
classic
and
case
the
of it.
pass.
Classic.
With some success
Because when
here
you
early on the ground,
buy
will
free
open up
agents,
things as the
especially
game
expensive
unfolds
ones,
for the
it's
quarterback in
very
this
rare
passing
they
game.
actually buy into your team. They're just there
They'll
for the
go up
money,
here
typically.
First
They're
and
typically
10.
just there for the money. Now they're all in on the field because of pros and everything like that, but they're typically
They'll stay on the ground.
that's not the team that drafted
And
them.
this
That's not
defense
really their
not
guys. It's
allowing
not
much
really their
there. They'll
team.
stop
I mean, look
at
at Christian
45.
Wilkins. He got fucking $30 million and fucked around until he got cut. Like, I mean, that's. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the locker room. You know, I don't know what happened. You could have a different story. I know he was down here. He didn't seem like that kind of guy. I know he was kind of weird, but he's a fucking good player. He seemed very dedicated, but I'll take him down here any day of the week. But if he's over
Hook
here,
him up on a 2nd down.
you know,
and
fucking
8.
around because he got paid and he's not getting his foot fixed. I don't know what that situation was. That could be, he could come out and the situation could completely change,
They'll
but
stick with him again.
I just don't feel a lot of free agents are all in, especially the really expensive ones like receivers and shit. I don't think those guys become all in on the team. And I think Tyreek Hill's been nothing but a fucking problem. I don't know what his issue is. And it's just kind of frustrating to see. That is what it is, I guess,
from
right?
the gun. Now he'll air one out. That is.
Let me tell you, 19's going to be good. 19's going to be good. I'm getting him reps, trying to give him opportunities, but 19's going to be good. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I might kind of start doing something like that. It's a lot of work. I kind of started one last night on the Dolphins, but I think it'd be
We won't
interesting.
see a return here. This is going to be marked
A different
down
take on just
inside
instead of
the
doing mock
15.
drafts and things like that. It's just
Chiefs
more of kind
offense
of like
ready
how
to
I'll
see
rebuild
what
this
they can do.
specific team.
They'll begin.
I
with
love that
first
stuff.
down
I'm
from
really
their
into
own 11.
taking a team, rebuilding it, and it's kind of like it would be like a dream job for me. Is work in the NFL, build up a team. I'd love to be like an offensive line coach or something, but
Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
yeah, because I've always said the
About
best
4 here,
the
as
best
he is
career of
taken
all
down.
time is Dick LeBeau. The best career of all time. The guy was the fucking defensive coordinator.
Here's a
And he was in the
2nd and
league
6.
for like 50 years. He was defensive coordinator for the Steelers for a long time. He had 2 head coaching stints, but always went back to the Steelers. But that guy had the best job, man. He just implemented his little 30-4
And it'll be a
defense.
pickup of
Not little,
3.
it's big,
So
big and
3rd
fucking
down,
still there.
forthcoming.
But, the guy could go get gas. No one knew who he was, and he's still making... He probably averaged $500,000 a year. And no one knew who the fuck he was. What a great job. And he's a legend. Greatest career ever.
Now, Mahomes.
I always tell my son, unless you want to, if you're doing a coach, unless you really want the responsibility, just go be a great specific thing coach. Like, go be a great defensive back coach. Go be a great line coach. You'll always have a good
One of the
job. You'll
easiest
always
ways
have a
to
job.
negate these
Especially if
really
you're one of the
good
best at what
pass
you do.
rushes
You'll
in the NFL,
always...
Mike,
You might be
is just
moving
to
around.
simply
You might be
get the
packing your
ball
bag
out
and
of
moving
the
around a lot.
quarterback's
But
hand as
you'll
fast
always
as
have a
possible.
good job, and
Sometimes it's
someone
by
always will hire
design.
you.
Sometimes it's based on
Especially
need.
like an offensive line coach
Really
or
nice
something.
job
Those are
there by the
very
quarterback, getting into the
kinda
hands
hard
of
to
his
come by good
receiver,
offensive
and
line
then see
coaches.
what he can do after the catch.
No, I shouldn't say that. The offensive line coaches typically are some of the better coaches on the team, to be honest.
It's
Usually.
incomplete. What a good job
It's usually the head
defensively.
coach that
I mean,
drops the
just
fucking
as
ball.
the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd
But anyway.
down. Here's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't... on the scoreboard just yet.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. A short gain up to the 20. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Back on the ground and back to right. And he'll get forward for a couple. Brian Cook up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here now, 3rd and 5. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. A shotgun handoff to right. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to hook it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
It's the score, Browns 17, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to get back to work. They trail this one 17-0. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. A throw on the move is caught.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. He'll check that down to Pacheco. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Mahomes now to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On fourth down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This from 40 yards out. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Chiefs are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. That's caught! And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And the Browns are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Browns extend to a 24-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. On 1st down, it's Mahomes.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now whistles.
Delay
Play
game.
clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. A handoff to Pacheco. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. They'll bring up 3rd down.
That's it here to 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on
Delay
3rd
game.
and short. So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And he will score. David Njoku. Touchdown, KC.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone
Blanton, you whipped on that
they've
pick,
been a
bro.
part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Harris, the man in motion. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll look to pick up the pace. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Quick hitting slant there, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Second down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down. For the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. And And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into
Bland's
this
having
one
a tough game, bro. Number 4, she's having a rough game. I don't know if my defense put him in a bad spot there, which it looks like it did.
We've seen stranger things happen.
A rough game.
They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. On first down, a run for right. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now whistles and a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Quickly to the outside and complete. Andy Reid wants another look at that, and Big Red has thrown the red challenge flag. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a first down. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Right back to the air from Mahomes. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this
that's the
offense
official end of
did
the
not
Chiefs.
want to see. And it really is
Like in reality,
demoralizing
this
to
would
see
just
that
be the end of their
happen in
dynasty.
that spot.
Right, that play
Absolutely,
right there.
Mike.
That
And
play
that's one
ends
of
their
those
dynasty.
cases where you just would like to see the quarterback
Fucking see
say,
it,
all right, I'm
Mahomes.
going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy six.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on
Delay of
3rd
game,
and short.
offense.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to have the first down and more. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing again. It's Mahomes. This throw taken in by Hurst. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Butker is good, and the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
A give here to Wright. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They run again with Wright. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.